Hi everyone, my name is Eric, and today I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the topic that I chose to cover for our presentation, and that topic is fish farming. So, just a quick intro, fish farming is the principal form of aquaculture that we see in modern society, and the definition is the breeding, rearing, and harvesting of plants and animals in all types of marine environments. Um, as many of you might know, fish farming is a huge industry today, and it's actually responsible for about 50% of all consumption of seafood for humans. So it's a huge industry, and it's actually only getting bigger. There's many benefits and consequences from fish farming, so we'll go over those one at a time. But some of the major benefits is that it actually is helping to make farming more sustainable for our oceans because traditional farming on a large scale is no longer sustainable because humans are just eating so much fish and it's causing such damage to the oceans. And this type of farming actually provides a much friendlier opportunity for seafood, but there are still some problems. Some more benefits from it are that it creates a lot of jobs, improving the economy overall. And this type of farming for protein is actually cheaper than farming on land for cows, chickens, and other land animals. So, moving into some of the issues that s- fish farming faces is that because the fish are in such high densely populated areas and they don't have a lot of room because you have to be able to catch the fish, it creates a lot of opportunity for illnesses and disease to spread among the fish inside the cage and the fish outside the cage or net, which leads into some environmental impact that this can have on the waters that are being used to farm the fish. So first off, it takes up space, which is allows or doesn't allow for the other fish in the area to have that space, and it create imbalance in the ecosystem. Having such a large number of fish in such a small area can create a lot of waste, and that can cause the water have a lot of problems. Having too much nitrogen in it, or having not enough oxygen because of the growth of deadly bacteria in the water. Another huge problem that is actually one of the bigger issues being faced from this industry is the use of feed fish to raise larger species. So just like in land farming, you have to feed the animals something, obviously. And a lot of times when you're growing these really big fish, they're carnivores, so they have to eat smaller fish, and that just isn't efficient farming wise. It creates a lot of imbalance in you know the ratio of providing nutrients to getting protein back. That's going to be a big talking point during the ethics portion of the main presentation later on in the semester. Another issue is the quality of the product. So because these fish are being grown in such, in a lot of times, shallow water and not as nutritious or clean water, it might affect the nutritional value or even the taste of the farmed fish. So a lot of people say they can taste the difference between farmed and open water fish, just like some people say they can tell the difference between like grass fed or wheat fed beef or other animal or land animals. So that's going to be a big problem. And another issue actually is a lot of times water and bodies of water are a public space, and these companies are using them to make these ginormous farms, and the communities in which they are tampering with and affecting the water supply aren't seeing a lot of gains from it. So that's another issue for ethical reasons. Fish farms might not be the perfect solution right now. So lastly, I just want to talk about the future of aquaculture. So right now, aquaculture is producing about 55 million tons each year, which is an insane number. And over the past 35 years, actually, it's grown from 1 million tons to 55 million tons. So it's a huge explosion, and it actually continues to grow by about 10% every year. It's the fastest growing uh, farming method. It's only getting bigger from here on out. We have to figure out ways to continually make a better solution for the environment, for people, bit regulated and controlled. So, like I talked about earlier, there's got to be a balance found with the feed stocks for these fish. Otherwise, we're just throwing away protein and energy that's being lost to grow bigger fish. And a lot right now is that a lot going on right now is that the fish farms are moving out into open water, and a lot of companies and people are trying to find the best way to do that. You can see on the picture here, you see like a big dome, and that's actually being used to stay afloat in the open ocean and give the fish a better chance of growing normally and healthy because the open waters of the ocean mimic a much more healthy and sustainable environment than that of a shallow water fish farm. So I'm looking forward to diving into this topic a lot deeper and giving you guys a lot more information during the presentation later on in the semester. Thank you, and I hope you all have a good week.